Hello everybody, it is me, Gamer from the Slaughter, and I'm back with more thoughts on E3. So, now it's Bethesda's turn. Okay, now, I don't have that much time, so I don't think I can let myself ramble as long this time, because Devolver Digitals is going to start in like 30 minutes if I get the time correctly. So, so let's get going. Okay, first, a little bit of a background check, which is, again, not that much experience with Bethesda games. The only Bethesda game I have officially played would be the Evil Within, but I have not played much of it. I want to do recordings of it. I'm still working that out, so you can look forward to that. And of course, I'm playing Evil Within 2. And I feel it's better to play the first one before I get to that one. So, yeah. So, Bethesda. Honestly, I don't think I have too much to say about Bethesda's conference. I don't know, well, there is kind of quite a bit of stuff to say, just not a lot to say about the games. Such as how it started with Rage 2, and it took its sweet time getting to Rage 2. Never played Rage 2. I don't think I ever heard of the Rage games at all. So, yeah. Apparently they felt it was appropriate to announce Rage 2 and then get into a concert with Andrew WK. I'm familiar with Andrew WK from Cartoon Network, but not a bad song, not a bad concert, but it felt awkward. Like I'm there for a game. Like I'm here to, I was waiting for a game. Nice. I will give him praise. I will admit it was kind of an ambitious move. It was nice. But I think it would have been better that they did that at least after the entire presentation, or at least after they showed us footage, because it took them a long time to get to the actual gameplay footage. It was a concert with Andrew WK, which was a surprise. Like a genuine surprise. And then the devs come and they talked about Rage 2 before they actually got to the gameplay. And honestly, looking at the gameplay, I might give it a try. Maybe. Doesn't look bad. It seems like something interesting. I don't know. We'll see. And then they gone into trying to remember. I remember they. Oh right, it was Quake. I don't care for Quake. Hopefully people have fun with that, though. I guess if I ever get curious, it'd be a nice time, to get into it soon, because it's apparently free to play for a while. Same with some of the other games they have, that one Fallout game, not 76, but some other one that's they also put on the Switch. Fallout Shelter, that's what it's called. And some Elder Scrolls game. Oh right, and the mobile game, Elder Scrolls Blades. I am interested in the Elder Scrolls universe because I have a friend who plays Elder Scrolls, and the mythology of the world is honestly very, very fascinating to me. So I might get into Elder Scrolls, but I'm thinking of starting from Morrowind because that seems to be the most interesting one right now. And it might be appropriate to do so maybe a little bit soon, because it seems like they are expanding. They're, from what I've learned, for years now, for a while, like for years now, it's mainly been Elder Scrolls 5, and it's been getting re-released constantly. It seems like now they're finally moving on into making an Elder Scrolls 6. I'm not necessarily hyped, but I can presume the fans of Elder Scrolls would be super excited for that. So, yeah, sweet. Then there was some other game. Oh right, Doom. They're making another Doom game. Never played a Doom game. Like I mean it. Like it's basically the same case with like EA, which, well, a similar case, not exactly the same, to where I only played at least one of their games, but barely care about the rest. Except with Bethesda, I am kind of interested in some of them. And Fallout, never particularly interested in Fallout, and I'm iffy on 76. I like the touch they did in trying to work in like urban legends of West Virginia into the game, because I noticed like I think they had like the Skinwalker in there, and I don't know if that was supposed to be like the Mothman. I don't know if the Mothman was located in West Virginia. I don't know if the Mothman ever made an appearance in West Virginia, or allegedly at least. It was interesting. It was interesting. I may just pick it up just for that. But I don't know. I am interested in some Fallout games, but I don't know, just hadn't grabbed me enough to really get into them. So yeah, who knows? 76 may potentially be the first Fallout game I buy, or probably not. If I ever get into Fallout, it may either be that or New Vegas, or I don't know what else. Probably not Fallout 4 though. So far, there's nothing about Fallout 4 right now that makes me want to get it. They announced a new IP. I can't remember what it's called right now, but it's good. They're making a new IP, which is great. Like, I'm always for like developers making new IPs. Like Nintendo with Splatoon, and that worked out really well for them. It's still doing well for them right now. ARMS, I don't know how well that did, but I remember playing like the test fire of that, and I also really enjoyed it. So like they succeeded with that. I do want to get ARMS and play that. But so far it seems like the kind of game this Bethesda is making here, it doesn't really seem anything that interesting to me, unfortunately. But then of course not. It's just a teaser, so there's nothing there yet. Nothing new as far as the Evil Within goes. I think I prefer it that way. And wait, no. Because I watched Let's Plays of that, and considering the ending and the puzzles and stuff, I think there is likely going to be like a Evil Within 3, just not now. But I could. And there's also Wolfenstein, and frankly, I'm not a fan of Wolfenstein. Or rather, I won't say I'm not a fan of it. I'm, again, just not interested in it. Mainly just, that's basically just it. The new one still doesn't interest me. Not the recent one, the new Colossus, that one doesn't really intrigue me. Nor does the new one with the twins. Like, I don't know, that's all I really have to say about that. Just all simple as that. Well, I'm just not interested in bashing in the skulls of Nazis. Like, I'm a lot more interested in Doom than Wolfenstein. I'd rather kill demons than Nazis. But well, just some of that. I still want to play the other Doom, like the reboot Doom, and I will make videos of that and the new Doom. So expect Doom in the future. That and both the Evil Withins. But other than that, that's basically it. They also had an Elder Scrolls card game that I am also not interested in. And I don't know, like, how I can describe this press conference overall. I honestly would describe it as very, very awkward, because especially around Rage 2. Because nice as that concert was, it felt so unnecessary. And then the devs just kept talking about their game, where it's as simple as, I just want to see the game. Can we see the game? And then you talk about it. Excuse me. And then, sorry. There's like this one was honestly a bit more talkier, made up word, but there's a lot more talking in this one than even in the EA one. But I will give this one this. It was a bit more interesting. They tried to be a bit more interesting, especially with that concert. So they're a bit of a step up from EA, but not that much, honestly. Not as boring, but much more awkward, though. Alright, and they have Prey. I do want to check out Prey. I do want to play that. That's another thing to look forward to out of my channel. So far, what they're offering in Prey, for the new stuff they're offering for Prey, doesn't really interest me that much either. But I don't know. Odds are I'll still check it out anyway. I did like how they revealed the Prey stuff, though. I thought it was interesting, and then they had it where that, you know, the devs were playing along, and that thing attacked, and then it ends with them lying on the ground, like presumably dead. I honestly thought that was an interesting take on a trailer like that. Even though I bet they're definitely not the first to do it, but still, I liked it. But I know they tried to have fun. Like, it seemed like they were so focused on hyping up the crowd. Cause, like, especially around the Rage one, because it seemed like they were, I'll just come out with it. It seemed like they were desperate for the crowd to be hyped. Kept signaling it. And sometimes they wait for the crowd to cheer a few times. At least that's what it looked like to me. And it seemed like the crowd would, and to me it felt like the crowd was cheering out of pity or politeness, other than genuine excitement. It was, oof. It was a little hard to watch. And I ended up mostly just drawing throughout most of the presentation, just having my attention split. It doesn't help that, you know, going back to Fallout 76, that it seems like they're just turning it into an MMO. And I am not that much of an MMO guy. I mean, a buddy of mine wants to play Elder Scrolls Online with me. He wants me to play with them, or at least I think they do. I don't know, but that is something I'm considering. So that probably one of the only MMOs I'll ever play. Otherwise, I'm not really into MMOs. And and Fallout, that makes it even harder for me to get into 76, because if it's gonna be like that, then I don't know, because then I kind of just want to play on my own, experience the story and stuff like that, and then have some other player just get in the way with some nuke. I don't really like that. I don't like that. Like, I feel that if I end up being an unsuspecting target of one of those nukes, it's going to impede whatever progress I'm trying to make there. It kind of pushes me away a little bit. I don't know. I'll wait. Maybe I'll wait until the game comes out and check out other people's opinion of the game. See if if that's not really something I have to worry that much about, then maybe I'll reconsider really getting into that. And I don't know. But no. Well, they talked about Fallout quite a lot, and I honestly felt like it was gonna go on a little bit forever, because like they're showing say they're gonna show like small little tutorial skits, and then I was like, wait, you're gonna show all of them? It wasn't as much as I thought it would be, but I don't know. Still, it's kind of like, let's move on already. Like, what else you got? And I think that was the last thing they had to show, outside of 2 teasers. Overall, my thoughts on Bethesda's press performances, I don't think it was that good. It was better than EA's, but slightly though. Not as boring, but not as exciting. It really felt like they were really counting on hype, to the point where it seemed like they were kind of forcing it a little bit. That's how it came off to me. Like, it's almost like they're trying to force out some hype. At least, especially when it came to Rage 2. As far as the games go, games seem interesting. Well, scratch that. Only, aside from games that are already out and are just getting added bonus DLC stuff to them, only 3 games interest me so far, and that would be Rage 2, more or less Fallout 76, and that's the Elder Scrolls. I don't know, I can say that about the Elder Scrolls in general, but I am curious as to what Elder Scrolls 6 have to offer. Because from what my buddy told me about the lore, it does seem pretty phantasmal. It really does seem like a genuine mythology story, almost like that you would get out of Norse mythology. Norse mythology can, be pretty phantasmal, as far as mythology goes. And if the Elder Scrolls is basically like an equivalent to Norse mythology, then hell, would like to play a game like that. So yeah. With all that said, I don't really have much else to add. Again, step up from EA, but only so much. It wasn't as boring. I guess I would say EA was more boring than awkward. I mean, don't get me wrong, EA's presentation was definitely awkward, but it was more just boring than anything. And to where Bethesda was more awkward than boring. To the point where I honestly felt bad for the people presenting, because it really seemed like they were really trying to hype the crowd up a bit. And golly, I could be wrong, but I felt that most of the crowd was a bit disingenuous in their cheers, because like it felt like pity cheers more than anything. What do I know? I don't know any of those people, so I don't know whether it was. I can't say for absolute certainty whether it was all genuine or not. But anywho, that's it. This might be the shortest one so far, but that's all I have to say. So, well, this is the Gamer from the Slaughter, and I shall await your next visit. Next is Devolver Digital.